What is up, guys? NYKF31 here. Madden 18. This is going to be a Ultimate Team head-to-head game. My team isn't loaded by any stretch. I'm pounding away on these solos and these promos and whatnot. As you see, my top three here, I have the Twitch Reggie Wright, the Core Elite Jason Verrett, and Dion Jones. My best player on offense is the Baby Goat 85 overall Randy Moss. I'm chipping away at that. So, yeah, it is what it is. Early in the year, your personnel just isn't going to be that great unless you decide to become a credit card warrior and drop a couple grand the first week of the game, which, if you're doing that, God bless you. But you know what? Head to head is one of the few modes outside of playing online regs that you don't have to use tickets in order to play. So, again, competitive modes right now, the way the game plays, play at your own risk to your blood pressure until the patch comes out. And that bad boy has got to deliver. You see by the title of my video, my defense actually does play well, kind of. It's like every now and then you run into situations where your guys actually do their jobs and do what they're supposed to do. And of course, I'm making my coverage tweaks underneath and over the top as need be if someone is really determined to spam something. But you would like to see your guys play their assignments from time to time. It does tend to help. A couple of people have asked me that when I'm going to start doing tutorials on run and shoot, spread offense, defense, and all that good stuff. I will eventually, but right now, like I said, until the patch comes out, I don't see the point because, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know anyone out there that's playing consistent, solid, lights out defense. And on offense, it's just not that difficult. You can run pretty much anything within reason. I mean, you're not going to be able to be a caveman and just hammer away and strong eye all game, for example, but offense is not that hard at the moment. This guy right here, he's determined. Well, he comes out basing out of HB wheel, where he's trying to hit the post route with a crosser underneath it and the halfback wheeling. And how does a single high defender not break on that? That's not even a hard play for him to recognize. That's core elite Ron Parker. He's average, but that's a play an average safety can make. And there, my vertical hook decides to just give up inside leverage. So two busts back to back in a video where I say my defense actually played pretty well. We get a sack there on the spy with Johnny Abraham. So he's going to come out on that empty set again. I'm playing cover four. I have Henry manned up. I have Jamal Charles manned up. He's going to go to Floyd again. But watch what Rodney Harrison on your right does here out of his deep quarter coverage. Look at that lunacy that he does. Why? Why does that happen? So again, he's empty, third and goal. He actually goes wide corner. I have again manned up on the slot. Got everything locked up. I try to close underneath. I made the tackle at least. I wanted the INT, but I was just a little bit late. So from a bad situation, we're going to force a field goal attempt. So we'll take that, you know, moral victory, I suppose, and go on offense. I mean, the Jets playbook on offense, and I'm going to run primarily out of some variation of gun doubles offset, weak and strong, with the occasional shotgun compressed set here and there, but not too much of it, shotgun tight. And, got a nice little triangle read there between the snag corner outlet to the halfback, all reliable CJ Anderson. He started out playing in cover two invert out of 3-4 bear, I think it was. I got him out of that pretty quickly. As we run the old mesh, and we get, Zach Miller some yards as well. So just bink, 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 5 for 5, easy squeezy, pop a draw here. Just not a lot of resistance. Anytime you have a playbook that can put a lot of posts, seams, corners, or some other type of outward breaking route to complement that, preferably all together at the same time, good luck. It's a headache, and you have to so overcommit to guard the post and the multiple crossers that it leaves acres of space for shallow crosses and stuff underneath as well. It's a real big problem. Just a nightmare to play against if you're dealing with somebody who just isn't going to force anything. You got to put some pressure, maybe play some man coverage in the face of guys, and hope for that one or two mistakes I did not anticipate that route from the backside at all. Somehow I got a free release. But yeah, it can be really difficult and frustrating. And then when you're not getting any help from your pass rush, and there's time for all that deep stuff to manifest itself, it just gets even more frustrating because you're like, okay, I can only cover for so long. So he's back in this formation here. We're going to be looking for the post. I have one of the guys manned up, the other one I'm using until I force him to help and I come off. He decides he wants to chuck it late, and Ron Parker's there. And if I could have just, oh, he almost popped out of there. That would have been a hell of a run back. BB Goat Moss, that's just easy pickings. I don't really have a number two receiver that I love. I mean, Miller, the core elite Miller's okay. The core elite Cole Beasley, he doesn't scare anybody. I mean, he's reliable. He won't drop too much in traffic at this point. As I pop a screen with CJ Anderson, I do a nice little stiff arm to get free in house. As CJ Anderson, he's the new Chris Ivory in that his base cars are always good and reliable. He never fumbles. He always falls forward. He can run with power, and he has more scoots in the open field than you think. So here I am back on D. I bring a zone blitz, almost get a guy through, but at least it forces him off the spot and stop the presses. A single high safety ID to post route and picked it off. So back on O, I want to get the killer shot here, get this guy out of here up 14-3, but I get greedy, and in my greed, I take the sack. That's just sloppy, lazy offense by me. Take what's there. Come back and I hit John Ross. Even though I don't love my secondary receiving options, I love having John Ross out in the field. Mainly because, or primarily because, he scares people. You can't be completely disrespectful with your alignments because if you press up out of cover 4 or cover 3, it's a touchdown. He's not the greatest route runner or press breaker in the world, but if he does get free versus man coverage, it's a touchdown as well. Plus, he can do things like take a wide receiver screen and or shallow cross and run for days. So he's someone that you just always have to be conscious of where he's at on the field. As Reggie Wright comes in and I flush him and he goes back to roll right into Johnny Abraham, he throws the ball away. Again, he wanted that post HB wheel combo. I place a man coverage. I spread my linebacker at my line, and Kiko Alonso comes through. So we're kind of cooking this game. Had some borks early, and my deep safeties actually made a couple of plays. 3rd and 15. I'm going to gas him up here, bring a zone blitz with match coverage behind it, and hold our breath. And a sack fumble there would have been really, really nice. So he's 8 of 16, and he's thrown a couple INTs. Really, he's done pretty much nothing since his first drive of the game. But he's still trying to hang in there. Again, theme of this game, I have a double post to the left, a corner out to the right, plus an angle and a shallow cross. This is going to be a headache to account for. I'm going for Moss, but he does not come down with it. I'm up to the 85 overall Moss. The 87 probably does. And next play, I'm going to go with the switch concept. A corner route to the inside, post route to the outside. I got a backside square in as well. The user is just completely confused, and, big game. So this game is pretty much over. 21-3 with 4 minutes left. He's still trying to hang in there, trying to get that turnover in the red zone, but he's not going to get it. He global zoned his linebackers at an overstorm Brave to clog up the middle, and I just went outside. So that will be it for him, and he legit. So outside that first drive where I thought to myself, oh my gosh, here we go again, we clamped down. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy. Talk to y'all later. Peace.